Hey everybody, Matt here with a tropical update for you for Thursday, August 31st. It is the last night of August and things are still pretty busy. The old Atlantic Ocean, we kind of have a logjam. I mean, look at this here. This is the entire Atlantic basin. We got like 6 different storms hanging out in one part of the basin. Like, spread yourself out a little bit or something, would you? It's a little crazy over here. So here's Idalia. This is what's left of Idalia. Now what we would consider a remnant low, meaning it no longer has tropical characteristics. It's kind of been absorbed into the jet stream. It's got more of what we call extra tropical characteristics. It behaves more like an area of low pressure, a nor'easter, or something like that. When you look at it on satellite, I mean, pretty clearly this does not look like a tropical storm. It may still have some strong winds, may still have some rain, some rough surf, certainly along the eastern seaboard, but it does not have the same tropical characteristics that it once had. So it needs to gradually find its way back to feeding off of the warm water, becoming what we call a warm core system once again. And that should happen in a couple of days as it gets nearer to Bermuda. And it should become a tropical storm again. If it gets beyond tropical storm intensity, we'll see. Idalia's forecast kind of going into the future is going to be interesting. The next couple of days, it sort of drifts east and then maybe south and then north. And it should actually hit the brakes near Bermuda. And as it does that, it will cause some unsettled weather in Bermuda, some rain, some wind. Certainly going to be the case there. Not the nicest weather in the world, but it shouldn't be what we would consider to be damaging weather, I don't think, for Bermuda. So if you're planning a trip to Bermuda, or you know anybody there, should be fine, just not the best weather in the world. And the winds will certainly be something that you'll have to fight off a little bit as you're there. But I don't think we're going to have any serious damage. But we'll keep watch on that over the next couple of days in case anything changes. Certainly some rough surf between Idalia and then Franklin, gradually moving out to sea as a hurricane. That is also kicking up the surf. And this surf is going to kind of continue to pound parts of the eastern seaboard as well. So have to watch for some beach erosion and maybe some tidal currents as well. For the eastern seaboard over the next couple of days as Idalia sits and spins, Franklin moves out to sea. Then you got the remnants of Gert here that somehow popped back up onto the radar in the last 24 hours and is going to potentially develop back into a tropical entity. Actually, it looks kind of good tonight. I'm looking at the satellite off the screen here too. As well as pointing to it. So that's why I'm kind of looking off here. And then you've got Tropical Storm Jose, which formed from Tropical Depression 11 earlier this morning. As I said in our post on theiwall.com this morning, there is no way Jose is going to impact land. So some good news there. But I mean, this is just a traffic jam in the tropical Atlantic. And then on the other side of the basin, you've got Invest 94L, which is just kind of hanging out. That one should possibly develop into a tropical storm over the next couple of days. If it does, it will take on the name Katia. And it is expected to pretty much go straight northwest. So not going to impact land, no threat to land whatsoever. But we'll keep an eye on that to see what happens. I think the next week or so, what we're going to have to watch, number one, is what Idalia does here. There is some computer modeling that suggests as it goes out to sea, it will eventually come back toward New England. That wouldn't necessarily be unheard of, but it would be a little interesting and we would have to watch it and to see what form it's in. No models right now are showing this regenerating into a hurricane or anything, so that's an important takeaway. Even if it does come back to the coast, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be in a large state, but something we'll watch. The other thing we need to watch is not on satellite right now, and that'll be our next tropical wave that emerges off Africa. Some pretty good models support that will develop into something to at least monitor as it comes west across the basin, could eventually get to the Lesser Antilles. That is at least 7 to 10 days away, and anything beyond that is obviously beyond that as well. So we're talking at least 2 weeks away for any land impacts to the United States or to Central America if it were to kind of continue off to the west. So something we'll watch the next couple of days. We'll see how things evolve. We're not expecting a whole lot of anything, but we'll keep tabs on it. Anyway, that's it for tonight. We'll keep you posted through the weekend as well. If you are traveling, be safe and take care.